I don't believe in the paranormal, mainly because I haven't myself experienced anything paranormal-like. I mean, I see stuff about it on the TV all the time, which is interesting to watch or whatever, but nothing has ever happened to me, so I can't really say that I believe in it if I haven't really had a paranormal experience. I do have some people that believe in paranormal things, or like that they want to believe in paranormal things, but it's mainly people that watch those type of shows like Ghost Whisperers and stuff like that. So it's like I can't really take them seriously because most of the stuff they get are from those shows. So it's nothing, and like I said, I've never experienced anything, so I can't really relate. So even if they have experienced stuff, I can't relate because I haven't had an experience yet.
I believe in the paranormal only when it's convenient for me. If I'm in a mood where like it's close to Halloween and I want to be scared by stuff, I like read ghost stories and listen to ghost stories and I'm like, this has to be true. Like this is the most real thing I've ever read. But then the second I'm actually afraid of something, I'm like, oh, ghosts don't exist.
Yes, I do believe in the paranormal because biblically it is proven that demons do exist. So you go to Matthew 8:31. There the demons beg Jesus, if you drive us out, send us into the herd of pigs. And if you continuously go through the Bible, you will find it over and over again where demons are still in existence. Just like God is God, He will always be in existence. Demons will always be.
I do believe in the paranormal. I think it comes from a couple of different things, but I had an experience when I was in school that I'd never had something like that before happen to me, and it convinced me that something else was going on. Well, I was going to school. I happened to have been going to school in Italy at the time, and where the school was located was in a 14th century monastery. One evening, one of the other students asked if we wanted to do a seance. And a number of us said, yes, sure. We'd never done that before. It sounded fun. And so she said, okay, tomorrow night after dinner, then we'll do that. We went down there to have the seance, and so we were all standing up, and she did a number of things, but I don't remember anything really happening. It was interesting what she was doing, but I don't remember anything really going on that was out of the normal. So I went back down, and I was not thinking really of anything particular other than just going to play the piano. And I come up to the doorway, and there wasn't a door, a physical door there, but I just started to walk through the doorway, and immediately I was stopped by, it felt like walking into a very, very clean sliding glass door that you think is not there, so you think you're going to walk through it, but you run face first into a glass door. It was a physical stopping me and a kind of boom, because I was just walking in, and it stopped me, and I kind of took a step back and then tried to go in again. I wasn't walking as fast, but I could not enter a second time either. And so I said, well, what was this all about? And her explanation was that, well, we had started the seance and created a lot of energy in the room. And then since we were unable to contact anyone, then we left. Our physical presence was no longer in the room, but the energy was there that we had created. And so when we were all gone, there were other beings that were trying to get that energy. And so she dispersed that energy. And the way I recall it was she was describing it as they were fighting over the energy. And they didn't want my competition back in there as well. And so that's why they prevented me from coming in.
Some people in my family are really big on paranormal stuff, so we'll watch like YouTube videos and conspiracy theories, ghost stories, all kinds of stuff. And it's creepy and it gives me like chills and it's like, you know, weird, but to me it's just all fiction. Like I don't see it as, oh, that actually happened, even though there are actual haunted houses or castles or, you know, dolls that are haunted or something. Like it's fun to hear about. It's almost like hearing like a fun fact about something, but I don't actually in my heart believe that it's real. I just think that it's just, you know, whatever, like it's there. Like it's not like an actual historical thing that's happened. It's just kind of a story that's been going around.
I don't now, but as a kid I was obsessed with shows like A Haunting. That's the only one that I can remember the name of, but all the shows where they had those like cheesy reenactments of people telling their real life ghost stories, I was obsessed with those. I watched them every day after school.
Any movie that I've ever seen that involves the paranormal or anything demonic, you have to immediately think about the person that actually wrote this movie or the scripts for it. Where did you get it from? Where did you see it? Where is your imagination gone? Because you can't imagine something to that extent if it hasn't, you know, existed some way in your life. So yes, there's a lot that I'll see, and I see that a lot of it is taken to the extreme. And I don't know if it's because a person is trying to just pump the fear into you, which fear is not of God, so you've already opened a gateway. Now you have fear, and now it's a torment. So if you don't know the scriptures, and if you don't know how evil can get, you can be in a lot of trouble.
I watch some on occasion, but it's not like I go out of my way to watch paranormal or sci-fi movies. It's not necessarily my favorite genre or anything, but I have seen ones that I've thought were good. I do remember the very first one, The Exorcist, when that came out. I mean, everyone was pretty shocked by that movie, and that's still to this day, that's a movie that stands out to me as not only a good movie, but a frightening movie because of the way it was acted and the storyline and everything, but also just the possibility that, I guess it was presented so realistically that it seemed like it was more than a possibility. It wasn't a B-movie kind of thing where they were fun because it was just campy and you knew that it was fake, but it was fun to go along with the story. With The Exorcist, it seemed like it was actually possible.
I do feel though that shows do make you want to believe in stuff. There's so many shows out there that like aliens and ghosts and freaking all kinds of stuff that you're just like, oh wow, and like you actually want to go visit those places and see for yourself if they're true and stuff. But so yeah, and especially the youth nowadays will eat anything up. Like social media is out, like they put stuff, anything out there, it could be complete BS and they'll eat it all up. And I think that it's definitely one of the biggest influences out there.
I do think that watching those shows made me more likely to believe in the paranormal and believe in ghosts, because then when weird things happened to me as a kid, like a vase getting knocked over when no one was like next to it, my thought wouldn't be, oh, someone opened a door and the draft like made it fall over. My mind was like, clearly it's a ghost. There's no other explanation. And I don't think I would have thought that had I not watched those shows.
I believe that one, a lot of people, maybe even starting as early as their childhood, are going to gravitate towards it because either they've heard it from someone or they've watched something on TV or at the movies, and it's something to them is like magic. They don't realize the dangers of reaching out, just like playing with the Ouija board or, you know, any little game, and they will gravitate to any means of trying to find out, you know, their future or something that, you know, they have no answer for. Again, you know, psychics, tarot reading, all of those are spiritual realm, that's demonic. Their answers come from a demonic realm, and yet people gravitate towards it, and they see it no different as going to a bookstore and buying a how-to do it book, whether it's fixing something or, you know, they're trying to just find something out in their life. And instead of looking to God, you know, even if you read different religious books, you know, you're still going to come to the same conclusion. There's only one God.
I would think that there's all sorts of reasons why somebody might or might not believe in anything. And so for paranormal activity, I would think that if you saw a lot of them, especially ones that, and nowadays with the special effects and everything, that you can do a pretty good job of creating that illusion, if it's only illusion. And if you saw a lot of them, you would, I would think, tend to start to believe that it was possible.
Whether it's believing or not, like I feel like if you have a certain like religion, it'll kind of either steer you from or steer you to believing into it. So like, you know, hardcore like Catholics or Christians or you know, Jehovah's Witnesses or stuff like that. Like they won't even think about evil like things like that. Like they acknowledge the fact that there could be like, you know, a devil or a demon or whatever, but they believe, you know, that, you know, because they believe in Jesus or their God or whatever, that nothing bad will be able to happen to them. Whereas like maybe some more spiritual kind of people will believe that there's spirits everywhere and that they can connect with them or something, you know. So I definitely think that being in a certain religion can influence whether you do or don't believe in paranormal.
I do think that religion could influence people's paranormal beliefs, because I think if you believe in a religion that believes in ghosts or spirits or angels, you would almost have to believe in the paranormal. I don't really see how you could not. But also, I'm speaking as someone who like doesn't know much about religion at all, so.
I haven't had the chance to read different Bibles, but I had the opportunity to go through the Catholic Bible, and if you go to the Book of Tibet, you will see there where God had sent the angel to show this family how to rid themselves of a demon, which was a demon of lust, who continuously killed every husband, up to 7, I think, that their daughter was trying to marry. So they were instructed to go fishing to take out the liver, the heart, and the gall, and he was instructed that he was to burn these on the wedding night, because the scent of these parts of the fish would get rid of any demon. So if you take that end of that, you want to call it your religion, you can also see it as a way to influence you into magic. Because if you're reading it, and if you think that, you know, okay, if God sent this angel to do this, and this is all these people had to do, was to rid themselves of this demon, then how many people would go do exactly that? And now you're going to have somebody doing something that they read because they took it from the Bible, but because they don't know God and because they don't know, you know, the realm of the spiritual realm, which is demonic, to me, they have just now opened a gate. Because you're going to go in with something you read without a full understanding that it was instructed by an angel and not for us to do as a human being.
I would think both in terms of if you believed in a specific religion very strongly, I think that most religions have an anti-side to them. So if you believed the system of the religion, then that would include that there is something else as well. But even if you didn't believe in religion, but you believed in some kind of spiritual aspect, as I do, then it seems like that leaves room for whether that's for all sorts of interpretations of what that could be. It could be religious in nature, it could be some other version as well. It seems like if you allow room for one, or not allow, but if you believe in one as a possibility, then it seems hard to exclude the possibility of other versions as well.